to another one of my live videos. In Chelsea, we've just significantly lost 1-0 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Now we have not beaten Chelsea now since 2012, and Chelsea have bounced back with a victory today, and comfortably, you could say comfortably, they have beaten us by a goal to nil today. And Alvaro Morata's goal makes all the difference. But yeah, Chelsea win the game by 1-0 in the current process. This is now our second defeat of the current season now in the Premier League, and this is a bad defeat for us because now City won today by 3-1, and they sit 8 points clear, and Chelsea's win today just puts them 1 point behind us in the current top 3 and top 4 of the current table as well. But I thought 75 minutes of the game, Chelsea was in control of the game. I thought especially, in the current midfield, Chelsea were dominant in the midfield. I thought Chelsea were very, very dominant in midfield. I thought Fabregas was sublime for them. I thought Fabregas was sublime for them, I thought Fabregas was sublime for them. I thought Bakayoko was sublime for them. I thought Eden Hazard was sublime for them. I thought they were very, very creative. Chelsea, in every part of the pitch. I thought defensively did very, very well. And I thought every time they had the ball, they showed fantastic rhythm. They showed fantastic movement, and they had a lot of chances in the game. And, they were very, very creative. They won every ball. They won every challenge. Every time we had the ball, they were like a bullet. We couldn't really provide any space. We couldn't really get behind Chelsea. And every time we had the ball, we lost the ball a lot. We were giving the ball away too cheaply. There were also a few individual mistakes as well. You could say,
Your one up's right now.
No.
It smells flies in here. What is it?
I don't know.
Fucking stinks.
Shouldn't do. You should do.
It fucking does. It smells the body in me.
Shouldn't do. But as I was saying, yes, Chelsea won the game by a goal to nil. As I said, yeah, Fabregas were creative, Bakayoko were creative, Eden Hazard were creative. Eden Hazard had opportunities for Chelsea. Morata could have got more than one goal. He had a few decent opportunities as well for Chelsea. Bakayoko had a few decent opportunities for Chelsea. I thought they won every ball, they won every challenge, and we you could say, Man United is still missing Fellaini in that midfield, and Pogba is a player that can put them passes through. We were struggling to pick the right pass, and Pogba can put them final passes through, for a player to latch onto. And we're still lacking in that midfield, as we all know, without Paul Pogba. We know Rojo's still out for us. We know Chelsea didn't start David Luiz today as well, but Chelsea totally dominated the game. For 75 minutes especially, Chelsea totally dominated the game. But I thought for 15 minutes, I thought we was in control of the game. I thought we had a few decent chances. We had one from Rashford early on that went over the bar. That was a decent chance. We had an excellent opportunity. I thought Lukaku's movement, especially in the first 15 minutes, was fantastically good. He was getting to the Chelsea back three, especially causing problems. Lukaku had a fantastic, decent opportunity. This is now 6 games he hasn't scored. He had a chance, but it was produced a good save from the Chelsea goalkeeper as well. Lukaku had a decent chance. Rashford had a decent chance in the current process as well. And then Chelsea started coming into the game after 15-minute part. They were passing the ball very, very well. They were absorbing a lot of pressure. Looks very, very dangerous on the counter-attack as well, did Chelsea. Fabregas was sublime. Hazard was sublime. And Bakayoko had 2 decent chances as well. Also, there was a sign. I think Jones had put it into his own net for Manchester United, but I think that it was disallowed because I think there were talks that Alvaro Morata had pushed Phil Jones when the ball had been put in, but Jones had put the ball into the back of his own net, but it was currently disallowed as well in the current process. But Chelsea, majority of the game, were dominant, especially in the midfield. The creative, the movement was fantastic. They had a lot of tempo in the play. Every time we had the ball, we were too slow with the ball. We looked static. We wasn't fast enough. There wasn't much tempo to us playing. When we did have the possession, we wasn't really creating much after the 15-minute mark, and Chelsea really dominated the game. And then I thought Mkhitaryan, was quiet in the game as well. Mkhitaryan was pretty poor as well. Hande Herrera wasn't all that good as well. And Chelsea just totally dominated the midfield, and that was the essential area, where Chelsea dominated. Kante was also sublime for Chelsea as well. And Chelsea could have had more than 1 goal today, and David De Gea had to pull some world-class saves off. And then Jose Mourinho, what? No. And then Jose Mourinho in the second half has changed up a little bit. I think he brought the likes of Mkhitaryan. I think he brought Lingard on. I think he brought Marsh. Did he bring Martial on as well? Jose Mourinho, if I am correct in the current process. So he did make quite a few substitutes. But in the second half, Chelsea were pressing high again. Chelsea had a chance through Mata. Chelsea had chances through Bakayoko. Chelsea had a lot of decent opportunities in the second half, but it paid the price because Chelsea's goal. And we played with 3 centre backs today. You know, we went with a 3-4-1-2, and you know there should be a lot more cover. You know, Morata, you know, for Chelsea's goal, Morata shouldn't have been allowed that much space because he was allowed that much space. Azpilicueta plays it in. Morata puts his head on it, and it's a fantastic finish, and that puts Chelsea 1-0 up. And then Chelsea still in the ascendancy after that, you know, creating, passing the ball very, very well. Every time we had the ball, you know, we're giving the ball away too cheaply. You know, also Fellaini come on in the second half. It was good to see him back in action. And Fellaini, you know, did pretty poor. He made 2 individual mistakes as well. You know, one of them I can remember Fellaini made an individual mistake. Bakayoko was through, but he completely scuffed that as well. So that could have been another goal to Chelsea. I think Fellaini made 2 individual mistakes. We did make quite a few individual mistakes at the back as well. But it wasn't a good performance today by all means. First 15 minutes very, very good, but I think 75 minutes, you know, Chelsea were totally rampant. We were nowhere near in the game. Chelsea just totally bossed the midfield area, essentially. We still need a creative win, you know, that player that can put, you know, crosses into the box, you know. Most of the crosses we played through today, you know, were pretty poor crosses, as I said. And, you know, Chelsea, majority of the game were very, very good. The tempo was good. The passing of the play, they were very distinctive in the play, very creative in the play. And the majority of their players put a fantastic shift out today. Morata played well for them. Hazard had chances for Chelsea as well. That produced some good saves from David De Gea. But today we just looked bad at the back. Defensively we were poor today. Chelsea defensively were very, very good. Chelsea attackively were very, very good, especially in the midfield. Attackively, in parts we did okay. In the first 15 minutes we did very, very well. You know, we were passing the ball pretty comfortably. You know, we had some decent chances. And towards the end we had the big, massive chance. You know, one from Rashford that just went wide. It was a good, decent effort from Rashford. And Fellaini had the big chance right at the end. But Fellaini, it'd been saved by Chelsea's goalkeeper. I think it was a header or it was a shot from Fellaini, I can't remember, but it was a big massive chance right towards the end, but it didn't proceed in the current process. But Chelsea were much better today. We were giving the ball away too cheaply, threading a lot of long. Man United were threading a lot of long balls through today as well, but it's very, very disappointing. People are saying, you know, I think we still, you know, definitely need a creative winner. And, you know, against the 2 big teams this season, we haven't proven ourselves. We haven't performed very, very well. I said Liverpool, we were poor, but defensively did well. We come to Chelsea today for 75 minutes, very, very poor. We was on the back foot. Chelsea were definitely on the front foot today. And, you know, something has to change. The performances definitely need to step up because I said since Liverpool, Manchester United have not performed since the Liverpool game by all means. We have not performed in the Liverpool game. Since Liverpool game, we've not performed, but we have still got results. You know, we've still got results in the bag, you know, since Liverpool. We lost to Huddersfield. That were 2 defensive mistakes. You know, we've done well in the Champions League. We've got 4 wins out of 4 in the Champions League. We won against Swansea Carabao Cup in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, but the performances have not been the same since the Liverpool game. Before the Liverpool game, performance was very, very good. We were scoring goals. We were playing very, very good attackively. But, you know, today's game, we just looked very, very static at the back. We'd made a few individual mistakes midfield. We were totally bossed and, you know, bossed in the midfield. Chelsea were just, you know, counter-attacking very, very well. Chelsea's passing were very, very good. Chelsea created a lot of opportunities, especially on the out wide as well. Chelsea dominated out wide as well as in the middle of the park. Defensively, Chelsea looked very, very good. And every time we had the ball, you know, we couldn't provide any space because Chelsea just looked very, very organised. They looked very, very energetic. And we just looked as though we wasn't up for the game today in the current process. But the best chances we had, you know, also we had a chance from Rashford right at the end from a free kick that just went over the bar as well. That was pretty unlucky. So I think we did play well in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game as well. We did set the tempo up a little bit, but apart from the first 15 minutes and the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, I thought Chelsea were totally rampant. They deserved the win. Fabregas was sublime. Kante was sublime for Chelsea in the midfield. Hazard was sublime. Bakayoko was sublime. He had about 3-4 chances. Chelsea also had a lot more touches than us in the game. The pass accuracy was a lot better than ours. And, you know, something has to change. The performances need to step up. So now it is the international break, but it is disappointing. We do have a bad record at Stamford Bridge as well. But it is a disappointing result because now City go 8 points clear. And, you know, we've got City coming up, I think, on the December the 9th as well in the current pros. But I still think we are missing Pogba in the midfield. You know, that player that can create that little extra. That player that can create that little extra in the midfield. Because I think it still looks static, you know, without, you know, the likes of Pogba there. It does look static because Pogba, you know, can thread them balls through, you know, for players to latch onto. I thought Lukaku, now he's gone now 6 games without a goal. I think it's 6 games or something like that. But yeah, Lukaku's, I thought his movement in the first 15 minutes was very, very good. You know, he's getting in decent attacking positions, but Mkhitaryan, I thought, had a very, very poor game. You know, he was very, very quiet indeed. Matic, I thought it was Boston in midfield. Herrera, Boston in midfield. So really, we didn't get much time on the ball because Chelsea's dominance was just so very, very good indeed. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes, bonus down. Tell me how you think today's game went in the current process, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye.